Wherever you are.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Martin, and I'm doing my presentation on women's empowerment. The growing impact of the women's empowerment movement has affected the participation of women in economics, politics, and society in the United States. The women's empowerment movement has pushed women to strive for achievements that were uncommon for their gender. The World Economic Forum recently ranked the United States as 19th in the world for their gender gap index. There are still inequality issues that separate men and women, and empowering young women is an essential part of attaining gender equality. Economically, women have always been paid less than men. They are paid less for the same job with the same credentials and hours. Men dominate the top of economics while women are left with debt and poverty. Gender equality in employment is critical for economic growth and societal cohesion. Today, on average, a woman earns 80.5 cents for every dollar a man earns, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. In return, a woman's median average annually is $10,086 less than men's. The gender gap not only affects women locally, but their involvement would promote wider advantages. According to David Abney, an American executive, says societies with greater gender opportunities for women greater gender equality not only offer better socioeconomic opportunities for women, but also tend to grow faster and more equitably. Getting more women involved in economics would increase the United States and the global economy. According to David Abney, empowering women to participate equally in the global economy, it could add 28 trillion GDP growth by 2025. This is a graph that shows the states with the highest levels of income inequality, and you can see in the South how it is one of the highest, while up north it is one of the lowest. There's been a significant gap between men and women in politics. From the time when Democracy in America during 1848 was written, women were never considered to be in office. Through the years, women have slowly gained their right to participate in politics. Women have limited involvement in their country's future. They don't have any say in issues that involve them. The leadership and political participation of women are limited at both national and local levels. Empowered women generally devote more of their time to the health and productivity of their families and communities, creating a ripple effect that impacts everyone. Women are constantly seen as less than in politics. The Holdout, painted by Norman Rockwell, shows a woman in a jury room with men surrounding her. It is inferred that she is the last one making a decision and the jurisdiction relies on her. This was a time of limited women involvement, and women jurors were not permitted or scarce in other states. They are all trying to convince her to think the way that they do. It is also inferred she stayed strong-minded and was not persuaded by those men. In society, women are constantly looked down upon by men. Many people think women will not do a sufficient job in manual labor work. The women's empowerment movement has shown young girls the importance of their roles as newer generations arise. Women receive discrimination from men solely on their gender. 43% of women say they have been discriminated against solely on their gender, according to Horowitz from the Pew Research Center. The women's empowerment movement has shown young girls their importance in society as newer generations arise. The actions and attitudes of men have made women feel this way. Even from the snarky responses, "Here, let me help you," or "You're just a girl and that's a man's job." The men trying to persuade her in The Holdout by Norman Rockwell did not see her as competent, or they would have let her make the decision herself. They would have not have tried to give her more information if they thought that she was as smart as them. They knew the jurisdiction relied on her and everything could fall apart if she made the wrong decision. There are many solutions to this inequality issue, some being in the aspect of economics, paying women and men the same pay rate if deserved, meaning the same job, credentials, and hours. There is no reason why an individual is paid less solely on their gender. In the aspect of economics, advocating for more women involvement in elections. Advocating for these women would increase their confidence and increase their ability and support in office. Lastly, in the aspects of society, teaching young men value and respect for women in the community. Women are capable and smart enough to be accepted by men. Paying women and men the same pay rate would create an uproar. Some men are sole providers for their family and would lose money in return. Women in government are already deemed as incapable and in return would create women into a joke. Some families still teach that women are fragile and need to be protected by a man. In conclusion, women have been undervalued. The women's empowerment movement has begun to shape our society and influence younger generations.
All right. All right, so for your first question today, how did your research question evolve as you moved through the research process?
So my research question started off as how did young girls, how was their opportunities, how is it growing? Well, and then I realized that there's still a problem at hand, and we still need to fix this problem before these girls can have a greater opportunity to be involved in society.
Okay. What are the implications of your findings then to your community?
Well, the implications would be just involving more women could increase local economics, it could increase better opportunities for women in the society and other peoples as they devote more of their time to the community, and it would just make society equal and correlate better.
All right, thank you very much.